very detailed information about what she says Sean Combs was having her participate in. And these are those freak offs, and how he would be providing her with drugs, suggesting that she take the drugs. And then she said she wanted to take the drugs for every single freak off in order to disassociate with what was taking place. She said on the stand that she hated participating in these freak offs. So this morning, what we've been seeing so far is this playing of the freak off. So we cannot see this, but the jurors have a privacy screen on their monitor, so they're able to see some videos as well as some still images that the government has focused on in regard to these freak offs. So the testimony, because we do not have cameras inside a federal courtroom, we're bringing it to you and giving you some quotes from what's said inside while Cassie has been on the stand. So she has been talking about how she was detailing how Combs would recover after the freak offs. They used IV fluids, massages, and chef prepared meals. She also said that she depended on opiates to make her feel numb, and added she had an ongoing off and on addiction to some of the drugs. So some of the testimony that she has been providing so far, she was also detailing her declining health as a result of the frequent freak offs. She had stomach issues as well as constant UTIs. Sometimes she had to participate in the freak offs while infected. So we've heard this theme while she has been on the stand. She was also talking about how at times when she would be in the middle of her freak offs, she might have to vomit, and then Sean Combs would still force her to participate in the freak offs, even though she...
It was only a matter of time before 50 Cent showed up, and when he did, he came in swinging. No filter, no compassion, just straight-up trolling. Right after Cassie's chilling allegations surfaced, detailing disturbing scenes in freak-off hotel suites, baby oil, wigs, masks, and being secretly recorded without her consent, 50 Cent lit up the internet like it was a comedy special. He dubbed Diddy Fruit Pop, mocked his hotel setups, and said the trial was more entertaining than anything on Netflix. He even posted screenshots of texts and clown emojis, publicly asking if Jay-Z still wanted to hang out with his boy.
As you know, the Diddy trial started today, and Cassie hit the stage, and 50 Cent could not control himself. Now, you know 50 Cent and Diddy have been enemies for the longest, and 50 Cent finds every reason to poke at Diddy. But today, he got so much ammo, it don't make no sense. So, 50 Cent just posted a picture of Sean Diddy Combs' jewelry selection. It's a bunch of hymns. And he wrote the caption, "I'm not sure if this is fair, but don't worry, be happy." He's a fool. 50, you out of control for that. Then he goes on and posts this picture. "Your Honor, this theory of Cassie kicking Diddy's ass, I'm not buying it." Yo, he's AIing pictures of himself in the court. That's crazy. He also decided to hit her with this. Yo, this guy's out of control. Diddy said in your mouth, shaking my head. Yo, Diddy. Then he gonna post this. "Down on your luck? Not feeling good today? Well, look at the bright side. You could be Diddy. Chin up." So 50 Cent he has unlimited ammunition now, especially considering the fact that this trial might go on for who.
But underneath all the trolling is something deeper. Cassie's testimony isn't a joke. It's somber. She described being drugged, trafficked, humiliated, and forced into twisted role-playing sessions while Diddy watched from the sidelines. This wasn't a one-off event. It was a pattern, a dark, ongoing series of events set to lights, wigs, and hidden cameras, like a sinister...
The idea on the defense side is to say that Cassie Ventura was not coerced into these sexual encounters with male prostitutes under threat of violence or humiliation the way prosecutors describe, but was a willing, even eager participant in the swingers lifestyle that they say Sean Combs led.
And there was also some pretty surprising testimony today about Combs's drug use, allegations that he was addicted to opiates and at one point overdosed. What did we learn?
Well, this was part of the defense strategy to concede that he's a drug user. Now, maybe the public didn't know the extent, but the defense was pretty frank that at one point he was addicted to opiates. At one point, he flew to Mexico to try what Cassie Ventura called a plant medicine type remedy that's not legal in the United States. That the two together tried just about every drug, MDMA, ecstasy, ketamine. That the night of the now infamous freak-off in 2016 in the Los Angeles Intercontinental Hotel, where an assault was then captured on video, that maybe Combs was high on a bad batch of MDMA. But the idea here, Eva, I think, was to say that the violence from Combs was not to coerce Cassie Ventura into sex. It was the result of drugs, or, in another aspect, was the result of jealousy and her infidelity, because we also heard today, Eva, about her dating Kid Cudi and about her dating the actor Michael B. Jordan, and how that led to some pretty scary arguments as Ventura.
Music video no one asked to be in, and 50? He wasn't just laughing. He was watching it all unfold like a live sports event. Phone in hand, popcorn nearby, tweeting every few hours. But the jokes didn't stop there. He started calling people out. Why is Jay-Z still hanging around him? He asked. Then came the shots at other celebrities who've stayed silent. Y'all knew what was going on, he posted. You just didn't care.
Star witness taking the stand, but it was more than that. It was how Cassie took that stand. You could hear a pin drop when those doors opened, and a visibly pregnant Cassie Ventura walking past a man she had not seen in 6.5 years. A man she says violently abused her for a decade. A man the prosecution said trafficked her. Well, she sat across from him, placed her overcoat behind her, turning her body slightly toward the jury, rubbing her pregnant belly throughout her testimony. Diddy, well, he was more fidgety than he was the day before. He was passing notes. He pushed himself away from the defense table and largely sat like that. They never seemed to make eye contact with one another, not even after she was crying about having loved him once and planning and participating in these freak-off sex parties because she feared him and she wanted to make him happy, but feeling worthless, feeling disgusting because she didn't want to do it. Now, with each moment, the testimony became more and more graphic. Her delivery, though, it never changed. It was matter of fact, steady, calm. At times, she was even critical of herself, walking us all through how a 10-album record deal came over a 10-year period of abuse and sexual humiliation. And once you hear Cassie's testimony, you'll understand why the courtroom was so tense. She described the freak-offs in lurid detail. She testified about Diddy, who she called Sean, choreographing it all. And she explained a pattern of physical abuse that she could not escape. Cassie told the jury about one freak-off at a hotel where Diddy told her to get into an inflatable pool filled with warm baby oil. The prosecutor asked, "What concerns did you have about not getting into the pool with baby oil?" Cassie responded, quote, that, amongst other things, just his temper. If that is something that he wanted, Sean wanted to happen, that what was going to happen. There wasn't enough.
Until the receipts dropped. And he's not wrong. Because this isn't just about Diddy anymore. It's about an entire industry built on silence, fake friendships, and buried secrets. Diddy built his empire on mystery and control. Now it's crumbling. On the record, in the court.
What he just said, right? So he's like, yo, certain things they let it go by because it's fluff. Like they would look. Like he would say stuff, it's like he wasn't like in the closet, he was like in the hallway. Now you see so much. Yeah, you go away. No, this is visible. I was in the hallway. We saw the video. It comes out later. You're like, that's not the closet. He didn't give a fuck. Like, and he was already.
Nah, New York is dope. Because when Fab, he was like, yo, Fab, we ain't party. Fab was like, that we partying tonight.
It's like, no, like, they did party. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, they let that one go. Like, I had to say something about it later because I was like, oh, it was.
What does it feel like all these years you've been the only one calling this out?
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long
They
time.
say that you're a hater.
Yeah, and now everybody's complaining. My is hurting. There's always it's coming.
Make jokes about it. It's good for you, bro.
All I'm saying is,
Good for
you see it now. All of these complaints. People were damn, they were and pillaged. There's nothing going on, right? What do I get for the? I went through years of a hater. You're a hater. You want this and that. I'm just watching. Like I look at things and go. When you see the new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay, I go, oh shoot, like. I think about it, I go, that had to be there. So when I was saying that he was missing, he just wasn't actively being out there because we was dealing with that.
Wait, do you think there's truth to the Jay thing? There's no way.
Like that. Look, like if you say, I have this thing where I'm conflicted when it takes you 20 years to remember something happened.
Room and across 50 Cent's Instagram feed. Cassie's voice cut through the noise. No music, no flashing lights, just steady, lethal truth. And the industry? It's finally being forced to listen.
Has ruled the woman alleging she was raped by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs can remain anonymous. The woman says both men raped her at a party when she was 13 years old. Jay-Z's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name, but the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul with decades of hits to his name, with songs like Run This Town.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance.
His attorneys have denied everything about Jane Doe's account and pointed to some alleged inconsistencies in her story.
It's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true. It's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened.
The judge writing that while Jane Doe can remain anonymous for now, she may be required to reveal her identity at a later date to allow Jay-Z's lawyers to collect facts necessary to prepare for trial.
Oftentimes, when someone is accused of a crime like this, the accuser doesn't want to be named, and if they are forced to be named, we have seen certain people decide to drop the lawsuit altogether.
Morgan Norwood, thank you. And Tony Busby, the lawyer representing Jay-Z and Diddy's accuser, says in a statement to ABC News, quote, "I will say that the coordinated and desperate efforts to attack me as counsel for alleged victims are falling flat. We won't be bullied or intimidated." And we did reach out to Jay-Z and his team, but did not